I'm going to give you a 3-step strategy to stand out in a tough tech market. My name is Broadus Palmer. I'm founder of Level Up in Tech. My mission is to help you learn cloud, help you land a job, and help you make money. I want to give you all of my experiences of me being in the cloud and for 7 years, and me building a business as well as one of the leading cloud training companies that are out there, but also just a collective experience of folks that I've connected with, my coaches, people that we've helped. I want to give it all to you so you can make the proper decisions of if this is the right field for you, and if so, move in a manner that can help you get results. All right. So I know this market is tough right now, especially for juniors. And I know it's super frustrating for people to put in applications and not get callbacks or go to interviews and just get rejected. But the key to this is to keep going and maybe adjust the way that you market yourself or you sell yourself out here in the market right now. It's tons of competition. So we have to strategize of how are we going to get better at standing out from people who are just commonly doing the same thing. I was on Reddit, or I think it was Quora, one or the other, and I seen someone say that they sent out 1,600 applications with no callbacks. And everybody was like, oh, wow, the market is just fucked right now. And, 1,600 applications. But in my head, I couldn't help but think, how were these 1,600 applications sent out? So you mean to tell me you got zero callback after 1,600 attempts? And just the numbers itself, just for me, right? And I could be totally wrong. The numbers itself just didn't add up. So I was like, well, maybe this person just applied. Same resume, same everything, just applied to any job that they could really look at and get their hands on and say, hey, this is what I want to do. And sometimes those jobs you have zero qualifications for, so you may not get that call back. But I want to give you a 3-step strategy that's going to help you focus and give you the real meat and potatoes of how you can move successfully and get a job in this industry. And I guarantee you it's a strategy that a lot of people are not doing. So you can easily kill the competition, because you know why? To be honest with you, the competition out here is fucking lazy. Yeah, you got a lot of people doing the same thing, and I want to keep it 100 with you. I'm here to steer you and keep you strong, not steer you wrong, okay? So let's start with number 1. Let's start with the step 1. Focus on a couple of roles, right? So if you have a certain skill set, then look at the roles that your skill set matches. Maybe 1, 2, 3 roles, right? I say 5 tops, because in cloud engineering, it's cloud roles that are interchangeable with titles, and you may have a title that really you think you're not qualified for, but once you look at the job description, you may be qualified for it based on the skills and the experience that you have. All right. Most people blindly apply to every role, even if they have zero qualifications, because right now, some people are in a desperate time, which they use desperate measures, and they still don't get the results. So they think, if I just apply to 100 applications, I don't care, I'm just applying, even help desk roles, whatever, I should get something back. But the problem is they're applying to 100 applications with the same resume, and you got these roles that are broad, and you have a specific skill set. So you're not really getting the attention you need on even a low level role, because you're not showcasing those skills that they need for somebody in a low level role to fill. And in these high level roles, you don't have the experience, because once again, your resume is not showing or showcasing those skills. It's showcasing a specific skill set for one particular job, a maximum of 5, let alone 100. So keeping these roles, 1 through 5 roles, in mind when you're applying to them is giving you a strategy of applying to roles that you may at least have 50% of the qualifications for. You don't need 80, 90, 100% to feel like you want to apply to a role. 50% is enough because, once again, I said this before, if you are looking at growing in a role, then you need to apply to a role that is going to push you to grow. You may be scared, and that's totally fine. Because if you have the skill set, 100% skill set for this role, once you get into it, you're going to be bored. You're not going to see any growth, and you may not stay there long. Right. And that's the problem, too, that we have with senior people who have gotten laid off applying to junior level roles because they just want to pick something up to keep that paycheck going. But the crazy thing is they're overqualified. So when they get into it, they're just using it as a stepping stone until they have something else. Meanwhile, it's beating the junior out, and companies really not paying attention to that, where they can invest in someone who wants to grow and stay with the company rather than someone who's just looking for a quick lick. I'm using this $90,000 until I get my 160K job back and I'm gone, right? So keep that in mind. Focus on a few roles that align with at least 50% of the skill set that you have so you can be strategic about how you apply. All right. Now, on top of that, with people blindly applying and having zero qualification, they apply the wrong way. Meaning they go to LinkedIn and they do the easy apply and they apply to the role on that platform that may already have 300 applications applying through that platform. Instead of actually going to the site, going to careers, and applying through the site. Recruiters have said over and over again, they check their own ATS system through the site or their own resume tracking system through the site before they get on any third-party sites like Indeed, ZipRecruiter, Glassdoor, or LinkedIn. So if you're applying through the easy apply with LinkedIn, you're getting mixed in with hundreds of applicants that may have more qualifications to you, may have less, but nevertheless, that's so much competition where if you just go to the site and apply there, the first thing they check, if they got 5 applications through that, you could be one that stands out. That's an easy strategy to help you stand out in this tough market right now that a lot of people are not using. I promise you. All right. So number 2, understand what are you going to do after you apply to the role. Most people do nothing. Most people apply to the role and then they wait for the callback. And then they don't get the callback and they get super frustrated. Listen, this is sales. I want to let y'all know this. You are selling yourself. So in sales, right? How are you going to stand out? Think about it. This is exactly what you're doing. Let's say you have a landscaping company, a grass cutting company, whatever the case may be. What you're doing is you're putting flyers in the mail. You're putting 5,000 flyers in the mail or 1,000 flyers in the mail, and you're mailing them out to individuals, hoping that somebody call you back. So you said, I did my part. I'm mailing my stuff out. So now you're counting on, this is what you're counting on. Your flyer to hit every mailbox that you attended to. You're counting on those people actually going through their mail, actually seeing your flyer and not looking at it as junk and throwing it away, but actually having a flyer attractive enough that catches their attention. Then when it catches their attention, provoke or persuade them enough to call you about your services. That is a long shot, right? That's exactly what you're doing when you apply and just do nothing. Okay, well, what I'm supposed to do? Well, I could reach out to the recruiter. That's what some people would say. I'll reach out to the recruiter. Okay, how? How you gonna reach out to the recruiter? What's the strategy on that? I'm just gonna reach out to them on LinkedIn and connect with them. No, that's not what you do. All right. If you going to reach out to the recruiter you need to reach out to an employee or engineer and a manager as well at that company. And I'll put the link to what's called the REM method that teaches you that exact strategy of how you can do this. I'll put it in the descriptions of this video. But the REM method just bases on recruiter, engineer, and manager. You need to reach out to at least 5 of those per company that you apply to. And we put scripts in there that you can tailor to your need so you can reach out. So now, not only you're sending the flyers, you're actually making the cold calls too, or you're actually knocking on the doors too. This increases your chances. Think about the door knockers that, you may live in a neighborhood where you see, okay, people are knocking on the door. And you may even say, I'm not going to answer the door. But think about this. Think about the guts those people have that to be able to knock on your door and even just, they know you're going to say no, but they're doing it anyway to introduce themselves. So even if it's a no today, it may be a yes tomorrow. That's exactly how you got to look at this scenario. You're knocking on virtual doors, shaking virtual hands, that even though it might be a no today, it could be a yes tomorrow. And I'm going to tell you how it can be a yes tomorrow. But most people fail at this because they don't want to get outside of their comfort zone. They're scared of the no's. Think about this. If you get a no from 10 people that you reach out to today, where would that put you? Are you in worse position than you were earlier? Absolutely not. If you were looking for a job an hour ago and you got 10 no's, well, you're still looking for a job now, right? So it didn't put you in a worse position. Or even if you're trying to transition out of a role and you're looking for a new cloud role, you still have that job. So no doesn't mean no forever. It just means no right now, right? They may need to get to know you. They may not understand, why you're connecting with them, or they just like, I don't know this person. But it's up to you now to take this relationship even further. And this is what I mean. Step number 3. How are we keeping in touch with these people that we connect with? All right. Think about this. Most people expect to close the deal with the recruiter or expect to land a job after one touch point. One touch point. This means they connect with them or contact them one time and never again if they don't hear any response. You are in sales. You're selling yourself. The minimum touch points for sales is 4 to 7 touch points. That is the minimum. You want to do more than the minimum. Well, brothers, I reached out. How do I continue to reach out? Touch points mean saying hello, introducing yourself, talk about the role, asking, hey, do you have 5 minutes to talk about your day to day in that role? And, how did you come to work at that company? Because I really want to learn more. Touch points can be, hey, such and such, just want to keep you up to date with my new project, what I'm doing. It is exactly what you all are looking for in this role. And I wanted to share with you. Touch point could be, hey, I wanted to keep you updated with this new certification I just got. I'm super excited. It was, hard work, but I know this is what you all are looking for at XYZ company. Touch point can be, hey, I'm in your city. I would love to grab coffee with you. Or if you had an event, hey, I'm in your city at this convention. I would love to sit down and chat with you about, what you're doing out here, what you're interested in, and potentially, the day to day at XYZ company. You need to get creative in how you can use these touch points to drive the conversation forward. Because this goes back to, just because it's a no today doesn't mean it'll be a no tomorrow. And the way you do that is by keeping in touch and using the touch points. 4 to 7 touch points minimum, and most quit after 1. This is why I told you your competition is lazy. So even if you adopt this principle and just adopt the touch points, you're doing more than other people are doing. And it won't take you 1,600 applications. No disrespect to that person who did it. They may have done everything they were supposed to do for those 1,600 applications, and just luck wasn't on their side. But from what I'm looking at, if they adopted a principle like this, those 1,600 applications, think about it. We tell you to do 5 people per company that you apply to. So if you're applying to 10 companies, you should have 50 people in your message box that you connected with and reached out to through that company. So if that person adopted that principle for 1,600 companies that they applied to, or 1,600 applications, imagine how many touch points and how many people they should have in their inbox connected with, working with. They should have had a lunch or a virtual Zoom meeting or some type of conversation with someone. So, number one, I want to start right here because a lot of you are watching this and you're very serious about getting into tech, getting into cloud engineering. All right. So, I want to invite you to our Cloud Career Accelerator free group, free projects, free courses, free content. We want to help you learn cloud, learn how to land a job and make money. Click on the link in the description in the video. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. Your competition is lazy. 4 to 7 touch points will already put you way ahead of what the competition is doing and help you stand out. Get out of your comfort zone. Go and get what's yours. Understand, if you have the dream to be a cloud engineer, you have the resources and tools to be successful. You have to execute. You can't worry about what people tell you about the market because of what they're experiencing. You can't worry about what people tell you what you need to do. Oh, it's not going to take you a year. You're going to be doing this for 3 years. It took me 3 years to get a job. Blah, blah, blah. You can't worry about what people tell you. You worry about your journey. As a business, right? If you're working as a grass cutting company, a landscaping company, and people tell you, oh man, this market out here is tough. And okay, you keep that in the back of your mind, but your numbers are your numbers. If you're out here getting customers, if you're out here having conversations and you know what conversations are working and you know the type of customers that are looking for you, why would you worry about what other people are trying to tell you to throw you off your game when you're getting the results by outworking them? Somebody tell you, oh man, you don't go in that neighborhood. I ain't getting no customers in there. Okay. What did you do? Oh man, I sent just a bunch of flyers. Ain't nobody reached back out to me. Okay, well, you're not just going to send flyers, right? You're going to knock. You're going to cold call. You're going to introduce yourself. That's how you differentiate yourself from the competition. And that's how you use the 3-step strategy to stand out in a tough tech market right now. All you have to do is execute. Without the execution, you're not going to see the success. You can listen to this all day. If you don't go implement this, it's not going to work anyway. You'll be 2,000 applications and you'll be on Quora or Reddit crying frustrated because you didn't implement the strategy. It's just all about strategy. It's not about sending a flyer out and hoping that they pick your flyer out of 1,000 flyers. No, it's strategically sending your flyer, making it stand out with great messaging, hitting the pain points of what they need you to hit for them to do business with you, but also introducing yourself personally and continue to follow up. That's it. All right. So I hope this message hits someone. Share this with someone who may need to see this. Once again, my name is Broadus. I'm here to help you, lead you strong, not lead you wrong, help you learn cloud, land a job, and make money. All right. I love you. That's the end of this video. Make sure you check out the other ones to get that framework that you need to be able to blast through your roadblocks. All right. So I'll see you later.